Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode. We have a special guest host this week filling in for Lebron as he is currently on a quest to recenter himself and all his chakras. I guess Verna's letter really hurt his feelings. We also have Dark Bittner on today as well. Donald will be interviewing him about his team and other off-topic subjects as well, I'm sure. But before we get to our interview and last week's results, as well as our picks this week, I'd like to introduce our fill-in guest host, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Salami. So happy to be here. I'm going to be honest. I'm a super huge fan of the show, and when my agent said you needed someone to fill in for Lebron, I tinkled in my pants a little bit. So you could say I'm excited to be here.
Okay, well, that's pretty excited. I'm happy we fulfilled a life dream for you. All right, well, since you're that excited, why don't you do the honors and report last week's results for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me find my notes I jotted down. 1 second. Okay, so starting at the top, Goggler's Team 23 put the screws to Klein's prison pocket. Ah, that's a funny name, isn't it? Someone must have been a naughty little boy. Only an ex-con would have a name like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, Dark Bittner slapped Deep Threats around like a redheaded stepchild. 177 to 151. Russ's Rumblers somehow beat the Trifling Bitches. I love these names. And Who Day and the Blowfish beat. No, they lost a tight fit. Oh my, 186 to 133. And your curse continues, Big Salami. You picked the Salami. You picked the Mustangs to win for the first time, and he scored one of his lowest week point totals. Mustangs lost to all Batman's 193 to 111.
Good grief, you might be beautiful, J-Law, but that was brutal. I'm curious why the Salami let you do the results in your first appearance on the show. Everyone knows I'm better at it. Hell, Joe could have done it better. Right, Joe?
Shut your mouth, Donald, before I go Katniss Everdeen on your ass.
Okay, geez, this show derails quickly. Let's show the current standings for the pick results. I believe Taylor and Joe actually won their first week, and they don't need to split the pot with anyone. Good for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we really make a good team. I think we balance each other out pretty well. Don't you think, Joe?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't let me talk much, but...
Yeah, okay, well, I think we should move it along. Don't you think so, Salami?
Yeah, you're probably right. So let's get to this week's picks. But I want to remind everyone to stick around for Bittner's interview afterwards. He wasn't available at this moment, but he asked we get a hold of him in a few minutes. So yeah, here we go. Matchup number 1. All Batmans taking on Russ's Rumblers. There was some concern that Roofsvold was hanging it up since he's close to 400 points behind the leader. Tight fit, but after the walloping he gave Kramer last week, I don't think he did. But I'm still taking all Batmans to win. How about you, Donald? And where's Sassy McWhiskers at?
Well, Salami, Sassy is at a luxury private island. Her favorite spa is called Perfectly Pampered. She's scheduled for a week of massage sessions, organic salmon facials, and peau discrets. Then at night, she plays in the catnip oasis with her other kitten friends. But she's earned this week off, so it's all up to me and my super special math I use to predict winners. And this week, my math says Russ's Rumblers. I use Markov chains this week, so I'm feeling a 5-0 record this week. Get me some of my tiger blood back.
Okay, nice, Donald, getting back to his roots. How about you, J-Law? Did LeBron leave you any notes, or are you just making his picks for him?
Yeah, he did leave me notes, but it's written in a language I can't read. But thankfully, there's no translation for Russ's Rumblers. That's clear as day. So I guess we're going with Russ's Rumblers.
Nice. And how about Joe Tay? Who are you picking?
Well, Salami, it's pretty obvious. Y'all know Travis Kelce is on Warner's team, so Joe and I are going to take all Batmans.
Excellent. Well, that takes us to matchup number 2, Mustangs versus Who Day and the Blowfish. Either I screwed Omer last week by picking him to win, or he screwed me by losing. I'm going with the latter. But I don't hold grudges, and these two are so close in total points and records, it's really a toss-up. But in the end, I'm taking the Mustangs.
Well, here's my take on it, Salami. You're a guy that probably likes pigs in a blanket for supper. That's disgusting. So I did the math, and the likelihood of Melmer demonstrating a preference for pigs in blankets over Omer is statistically lower. So I'm taking Melmer.
What the hell does pigs in the blanket have to do with anything, Donald?
Honestly, nothing. But while you were giving us your pick and I looked over at you, I immediately thought pig. Then I remembered you getting out of the sauna the other day and remembered your chest hair and thought blanket. I think the rest is self-explanatory.
Wow. Just wow. J-Law. Which way is LeBron leaning here?
Well, again, LeBron has his note written in Baffleglyphics, but I think this says Who Day, so I think we're going with Who Day and the Blowfish.
Yeah, Taylor and I talked about it, and it has nothing to do with Goggler, and it's more mathematical than Donald's pigs and the blanket fiasco. We did look at this in a scientific way and came up with this conclusion.
Winter is coming and Ulmer is getting busier with his yard work and Melmer has more time on his hands, so our hope is he invests time into his fantasy team. We're taking Melmer.
Okay, moving on. Matchup number 3, Deep Threats versus Klein's Prison Pocket. This is the matchup of the week, since Klein's Prison Pocket's name is an obvious dig at the owner of Deep Threats, Justin Klein. Honestly, these two are separated only by 54 in overall points, but their head-to-head record shows a different story. Deep Threats is 5-3, where Klein's Prison Pocket is 2-6. So honestly, if I am a curse and whoever I pick ends up losing is real, I'll have to take Deep Threats. It's not personal, but I gain the favor of all the other owners if Klein loses, so yeah. How about the rest of you?
Seriously, Salami, you're going to take that low-energy, total lightweight, crooked, stiff Klein? I mean, come on, that's got to be fake news. Well, I myself am smarter. Everyone knows I'm smarter, and I'm going to take Klein's Prison Pocket to win. And here's why. I think the equalizer is probably sick of eating toaster strudels for breakfast, lunch, and supper. And if he wins this week, maybe Doan will give him some money to go get a hot meal down at the big screen bar and restaurant. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't pay him either for the poor performance he's had this year so far, but I'd hate to be responsible for starving a family.
I wish my pick was so simple. LeBron just left me a drawing of what looks like a prison fight with something coming out of one dude's ass. Ah, I get it. It would seem we're taking Klein's Prison Pocket.
Yeah, these two are so close in total points, so we honestly don't know who to pick, so we're just going to flip a coin. Joe, flip it. Oh my God, no, Joe, just one coin. Forget it. What does that coin say?
This one?
No, that one. Yeah.
Oh, this one. Let me flip it again. It's heads.
Heads. Okay, that means we're taking Klein's Prison Pocket.
Okay. Yeah, let's just move on. Matchup 4. The Trifling Bitches taking on Dark Bittner. I heard there was a technical error in last week's episode where my audio cut out while I gave my pick between Dark Bittner and Deep Threats and why I was taking Bittner to win. So I guess I'll reiterate. I'm picking Dark Bittner today and to take second place in the league this season because he's like that one guy who always leaves a party at the exact right time, never overstaying, but never quite winning the Life of the Party award either. He's got just enough firepower to make it to second place this year. Since I believe Beast's team, Tight Fit, has first place locked up already.
You know, I've said it before. I've always said it. Bittner's good people. Also, Kramer's an idiot, so I'll be taking Dark Bittner. Has anyone seen if Kramer's GoFundMe page for Klein's legal team has any backing? Because if it does, I swear I'll call in the Navy SEALs to take Kramer out.
Well, big guy, I like it when you get all huffy, but you need to calm your tits.
Can you believe this Salami? Who is this anyways? Just sitting there all provocative, dressed like a floozy? If you think you can mermaid me, you hussy, think again.
Whatever, Donald. You haven't taken your eyes off me since I walked through the door. You're like Play-Doh in my hands. But anyways, LeBron has a picture here of a guy holding 2 thumbs up, so I believe that means he wants me to take Kramer and his trifling bitches.
Girl, we're with you. We're taking the trifling bitches as well. Right, Joe?
Well, I mean, I thought we were taking Dark Bittner, but...
But you thought wrong. Now go get me a coffee.
Wow. Okay, last matchup, Tight Fit versus Team 23. Normally, I would say we can all agree to take Tight Fit as he continues to rape and plunder the other league owners in each week's matchup, but I better just ask anyways, is anyone taking Team 23?
Well, Salami, here's the deal. Gagler is good people, not the best, maybe just okay, but Beast, on the other hand, the true American that one is, so now I'm taking Tight Fit.
I mean, I think this says 23, but I can't be sure, so I'm just going to take Tight Fit because it makes more sense. LeBron probably just wrote it down wrong. 23. Tight Fit. I mean, they could look similar, right?
Okay, so here's my dilemma. I'm under contract so that I have to let Joe pick the winner of the matchup when Team 23 is involved, but he's not here right now. So I'm taking, oh God, I can't do it to him. We'll take Team 23. Damn it.
Okay, now that is over with, we can do Bittner's interview. Stewie, what line is he on?
Line 2.
Okay, hello, Jamie, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like that. Yes, sir. Now, there's a young man that knows how to show respect to his elders. I've always said you're good people, Bittner, always. So let's get to business. A lot of people have said, myself included, that we're worried your team will fall apart towards the end of the season and you'll fall out of the money spots. Are you feeling that pressure everyone is putting on you? I mean, you're in second place currently?
No, I'm not feeling the pressure. What does really suck, though, is Tight Fit. You know, he's like those damn Democrats. He just keeps cheating, filling the ballots, filling the points. And I even heard some things, some smart people told me that he's got retired people getting them points and even dead football players getting them points. That's got to stop. There's lunatics on that side of the aisle, just like the Democrats. Yeah, so I learned a little bit from you, Donald, by finishing second place like you did in 2020. You just need to start lying, because your MAGA followers are dumb enough to believe you. So that's my plan. I'm going to keep lying about that, and hopefully we can get another January 6th going for this fantasy football league.
Oh, my God. So you're telling me that Beast is a crook and a cheater? I just was commending him and saying he's a true American. Can we edit that out, Stewie?
No, Donald, we're live.
Oh, well, I actually never said that. I would never say that. I actually said Beast is not a true American and he's a crook and a stiff. Anyways, let me ask you this, Jamie. You are the one that initiated the bet between Warner and Klein that the Eagles won't or will win 8 games this season. You think Warner will share any of that money if your predictions were correct? Or will he keep it all for himself?
I believe he'll share some with me because we both like to rub it in the great football mind, so-called Justin Klein's face of how dumb he really is. Because come on, Eagles not even winning 8 games. Yeah, okay. So we'll have fun drinking that whiskey up, me and him. We'll send Justin some pictures with it. But the biggest thing is will Justin pay up? I don't know about that one. Kind of like you, Donald, not pay his bills.
Well, that's fake news. Horrible, horrible, horrible people that are out there spreading fake news like that. You know, I could cite all the fake news reporters, but I know Salami will cut my audio, so I'll just move on to the next question. And I know you don't believe those rumors about me, Jamie. Not you. You're good people. So here's my next question. Back in high school, you dated an absolute dime who happened to be the Equalizer's sister. Is there any weirdness between you two now? I don't mean you and his sister. I mean you and the dumpster diver, the Equalizer. You ever catch him peering through your windows in the dead of night? Or any feelings that should be watched?
I don't think so. I don't, Donald. But I do feel somewhat responsible for how the Equalizer's turned out in his life, getting in a little trouble and now trying to kill Olber, because I think when the breakup happened, I think as a young kid, he took that pretty hard. And I feel bad because I think I was a little responsible for some of the stuff he's gotten into lately.
So this has been such a lucrative league, and I'm not lying when I say it's tough to get into it unless you know the guy that's retiring or sailing out personally. In fact, since Salami started the WFFL News podcast, people have been asking to get in. Every week we have millions and millions of views, no lie. You can look it up. It's true. So is there ever a chance you sell your team and walk away?
That's a good question, Donald, because everything is for sale. But you know what? I'll make an announcement right now. Just like the Pohlads did for the Twins. I'll explore selling this team. People got to make me an offer.
You would have been a great candidate on my TV show I used to do. I'm sure you remember it. The Apprentice, very successful show, probably the most successful show ever. You can look it up. More successful than this show. But I think that's a very savvy way to handle it. Let the money come to you. If it's not enough, you tell them to take a hike. But I guess that's all I have for you. Is there anything you'd like to share with the other owners?
Yeah, I got kind of an idea for our league since more guys want to get into our league. We could do what our class or North Dakota basketball did. We could make a 3-class system. Then, especially since Klein is really sucking this year, that might give an opportunity to win a title again. Kind of like it sure helped to win a Class B or a Class A title last year in North Dakota basketball. So that's one thing that would help Justin, I think, get back into it.
Hey, that's an interesting idea. I mean, it would kind of be like the minor leagues in baseball, AA and AAA, and the major leagues. Yeah, I could see some of these clowns would have to go down for rehabilitation for a season or two. Well, Bittner, thanks for coming on the show. Really appreciate you taking time to visit with us so we could pick your brain. I guess I mainly wanted to see if you were about to have a meltdown and slide back into the role of cellar dweller, but it seems like you got it together. Take care, my friend.
You bet, Donald. I think I'm going to go take a nice, fat, juicy shit, just like your campaign has turned out to be. So you have a good day, my friend.
Oh, Jamie, always the joker. He didn't mean that. My campaign is great, probably the best there ever was. He was just joking. So no, we'll move to my next segment of the show, Laws and Rules, Learning with Donald.
Nope. Cue the music, Stewie.
Oh, come on, Salami.
We're done here. Good luck this week, everyone, and let's go!